Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today. And man, oh man, did we have a great game for our first wild card game of Sunday, as the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins had such a close game, such a good shootout. Skylar Thompson, the third string QB, no one expected. Bills were projected to win by 3, maybe even some people said 4 scores. And the Dolphins nearly just pulled out the upset of the playoffs. And I feel bad for this Dolphins team who fought so hard. Their defense played so well, and I just, what a game this was. So yeah, let's get into it as the Bills win 34-31. And if you're watching in the first quarter and, the beginning of the second, this is a runaway for the Bills. I mean, those predictions, like 3 scores, the Bills are going to win 3 scores, 4 scores, that's starting to look like that's going to happen until the Dolphins just erupted at halftime, and we're going to go over that right now. So the Bills get the first 3 scores of the game: a Dawson Knox 6-yard touchdown from Josh Allen, 7-0. Then a James Cook 12-yard run, 14-0. Then you got a Tyler Bass 33-yard field goal with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter, 17-0. Here's where the Dolphins make their run with 7 minutes and 34 seconds on a 5-minute drive. The Dolphins knock in a 40-yard field goal to make it 3-17. Then a punt. The Dolphins end up making a 48-yard field goal, 6-17. And then you give the ball back with 2:15, right? You obviously wouldn't think the Dolphins would get the ball back again, right? Well, yeah, they would. With a turnover, the Dolphins would then knock in another 37-yard field goal to make it 9-17. Then another Josh Allen interception would have the Dolphins to end up tying this game. With 7 minutes and 34 seconds, you were down 0-17. And now with 33 seconds, in 7 minutes, you've scored 4 separate times to tie the game. Because Skylar Thompson would throw a touchdown pass to Mike Gesicki. Then it's a 2-point conversion pass to Tyreek Hill would tie the game up at 17. And this just gets even crazier. The Bills aren't done. A 6-play, 54-yard drive, 29 seconds. The Bills would knock in a 39-yard field goal. So what a crazy second quarter we had with 6 scores. So you had 6 scores in that, 4 for the Dolphins, 2 for the Bills. So man, what a crazy first half it was. But then the second half starts to get a little quiet. Now we did have 3 scores in the third quarter, but the fourth quarter was really quiet. So in the third quarter, the touchdown that would get the Dolphins their first lead, Josh Allen fumbles, and Zach Sealer with a 5-yard fumble return to make it 24-20. Now the Bills have a lead, but the Bengals. Now the Dolphins have the lead, but not for long, right? Because then with 5:18 to go, Josh Allen throws a touchdown pass to Cole Beasley for 6 yards. What a year it's been for him. He retires, then he unretires to go to the Bucs, then he retires again, and then he unretires again to then sign with the Bills, and he's been with them ever since. So good touchdown from him, and it's 27-20, or 27-24. Then, with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go, Josh Allen throws a touchdown pass to Gabe Davis. And it's starting to look like the Bills are running away with it, like the 49ers yesterday. They scored touchdown after touchdown and just kept running away with it. But the Dolphins were not giving up. With 10 minutes and 53 seconds to go, Jeff Wilson would run it up for a 1-yard touchdown, and now it's a 3-point game. The Dolphins would have multiple chances. I think maybe they had 2 drives to try to possibly lead to a field goal drive to either, get a touchdown to win it or get a field goal to send it to overtime, and they just couldn't do it. 2 drives did not work out. and the Bills would win this one. So game leaders, you got Skylar Thompson, who was just with so many throws. This is so bad, such a bad stat. 18 for 45 with 220 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Josh Allen was 23 for 39 with 352 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Leading rushing yards, 10 carries and 23 yards and 1 touchdown for Jeff Wilson Jr. And then for the Bills, Singletary with 10 carries and 48 yards. Receiving yards for the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill with 7 receptions and 69 yards. And then for the Bills, Stephon Diggs with 7 receptions and 114 yards. Then you got other yards. You got James Cook with 12 carries, 39 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then other receivers for the Dolphins, Salvon Ahmed with 3 receptions and 45 yards, Waddle with 3 receptions and 44 yards, and Gesicki with 2 receptions, 15 yards, and 1 touchdown. For the Bills, Stephon Diggs had a good game with 7 receptions and 114 yards, but Gabe Davis had a better one with 6 receptions, 113 yards, and 1 touchdown. Khalil Shakar had 3 receptions and 51 yards. He's been great recently. And Cole Beasley had 2 receptions, 35 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then that would, be it for your receiving yards. Oh, and then Dawson Knox had 3 receptions, 20 yards, and 1 touchdown. Any other? No, that's really it. Fumbles, Zach Sealer's recovery for the touchdown. Bills, Josh Allen's fumble loss. It says he fumbled 3 times. He only lost 1. It says Hines fumbled. I think that the Bills only lost 1 fumble in this game, and then they recovered 2, and that was Spencer Brown and Tyrell Dodson. How many sacks do you got in this game? God damn. The Dolphins had 7 sacks in this game. Bradley Chubb had 1, then 2 for Zach Sealer. He had a huge game. And then 1 for Eric Rowe, 1 for Jerome Baker. Then you have a half sack between Elijah Campbell and Jalen Phillips. And that's really it. And then 4 sacks for the Bills, 2 sacks for Matt Molino, 1 for Boogie Basham, and then 1 for Ed Oliver. And then interceptions, 2 for each team, and that was Xavier Howard and Javon Holland. And then for the Dolphins, and then for the Bills, it was Career Elam and Dean Marlowe. Kick returns, Nyheim Hines, after that huge week that we saw him have last week with 2 kickoff returns, he would end up having 2 kickoff returns for 56 yards long, 30. And then punt returns had 3 punt returns with 17 yards. I think he fumbled on one of those. I don't know if it was a punt or a kick, but he fumbled on one of those. And that was really it for the game. So we almost saw the upset of the playoffs happen, but the Dolphins fell too short, could not get in field goal range either times. Just disappointing drives by the Dolphins at the end of the game. But the fact that they were in this game is the crazy part, right? But just wasn't enough. That's really it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game. As now with the Bills win, they will either play the Jaguars in the divisional round, or they will play the Bengals. So if the Ravens win if the Ravens were to beat the Bengals in our Sunday night game, then the Ravens play the Chiefs and the Jags play the Bills. But if the Bengals win, the Bengals play the Bills and the Chiefs play the Jags. So most likely the Bills will be playing the Bengals in realistic terms. But you always got to go, what could happen in the playoffs, especially after this game. If the Dolphins with Skylar Thompson, almost beat the Bills, I guess anything can happen, right? But the Bills have, a lot of... but the thing is with the Dolphins, they have so much around them, like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. You have those 2 guys, around a rookie quarterback. And then the good defense that was able to, be good against such a good Bills offense today. So, Most likely the Bills will be playing the Bengals in the divisional round. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts on the game, and peace out. I'm going to go watch into the Giants and Vikings game, and hopefully that's the end of the good game. But you guys, sorry for Dolphins fans. I know a lot of Dolphins fans, but the Bills were the better team, and they played harder today. But the Dolphins were expected to lose by 3 scores, or 2 to 3 scores. So they did better than expectations, right? But yeah, that's really it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts. Peace out.